You know, guys, there is a very interesting phenomena that happens every single season. First of all, it's very rare that a season comes out and I look at it personally as the SCAD master and I say, wow, I am genuinely impressed and or surprised by what Infinity Ward or any of these devs is doing. But like I said, that is extremely rare, and what actually commonly happens is a lot of content creators that would otherwise be saying, you know what, I'm not too interested in this season. All of a sudden, a season like Season 4 comes out, and on paper, it looks like a lot because there is kind of a lot at face value, but as you've heard me say multiple times before, there's a lot of moving gears into what makes a Call of Duty game and or season good. One of those being quantity. Yes, so you know what, Season 4, perhaps it has hit the mark for some people in quantity, and I'll talk to you guys about why exactly it's not actually hitting that mark when you look at it from the perspective of a 6v6 fan who should arguably be catered to the most. But aside from quantity, you need quality, you need support, you need patches, you need bugs to be fixed, you need more communication and transparency from these developers, you need more variety, and you need to change the overall scope of your game in terms of design, in terms of the decisions that you made previously that a lot of people are not big fans of, like red dots or dead silence. Perhaps if you had fixed some of those core issues in the game that a lot of people have, then maybe if you pair that with the quantity that is coming to Season 4, perhaps I would say something along the lines of, wow, Season 4 might actually be a 3 out of 10. Unfortunately, we're not getting that, and all we're getting is quantity that is being divided into like 7 different areas, so it goes from being a potential 3 out of 10 from the SCAD Master to a 2 out of 10 from the SCAD Master. Now let me tell you guys something, a lot of you guys have an issue, a lot of these gooch lickers specifically have an issue where they just accept the bare minimum, and the moment you get slightly above the bare minimum, it's like you just saw Jesus walk on earth for the first fucking time. Now in my last video, I needed to provide a lot of people with logic and reasoning and common sense, and the SCAD Master had to become the SCAD Maestro. In today's video, SCAD Master needs to become Coach Master Fooly, because a lot of people have their standards all fucked up, and I don't blame them because Call of Duty, Activision, Infinity Ward specifically have all conditioned them to accept the bare minimum and expect the bare minimum. So the moment you get a little bit more than the bare minimum, you're incredibly impressed. Now let me tell you guys why you should not be impressed with Season 4, even if you want to make the whole, oh, there's a lot more content in this season, so you have nothing left to complain about. No. I'm not going to show the Season 4 roadmap because honestly, it looks like my toilet bowl, and most of it is irrelevant to Call of Duty multiplayer. What I will show you though are some of these tweets that come out about Season 4, like this one that comes from Charlie Intel. He says, the Modern Warfare 2 maps for Season 4. In multiplayer 6v6, we're getting Showdown, which is a remastered map, and that's cool, that's great. And we're also getting Kunstinar, Kumar, Keemstar District. Gunfight maps, we're getting Mercado and Penthouse. And in battle maps, we're getting fucking, I don't know, Marshall Mathers battle map and fucking Akbar Village. And look, that's 6 total maps, right? And to a lot of people, you might be saying, oh my god, 6 maps in a season. We used to complain about 1 or 2 maps in a season. You have nothing left to complain about. Wrong. Nope. If you really want to break it down, these battle maps are completely and entirely worthless. For gunfight maps, there's only a very small portion of players that actually play gunfight because we waited like 6 months to even get it, and it is nothing compared to the gunfight that we used to have. And when you look at multiplayer 6v6, you would say, you know what, there's one classic remastered map from COD 4 and an original map, so that's not too bad. Once again, Coach Master Fooly makes an appearance for you to raise your standards, okay? Think about this logically, guys. Showdown is a remastered map. Fair enough, it's a good map. Showdown is in Warzone, okay? It has existed in Warzone for months and months and months. Keemstar District is also a piece coming off of the new Warzone map that's about to come out. You tell me where the originality is. You tell me where the productivity is. Because what it looks like to me is whoever made the fucking Warzone map is just providing everybody what the fuck they need instead of them actually creating their own goddamn maps. Please keep this in mind, guys. Activision, Infinity Ward, and this Call of Duty title, including Warzone 2, have made a fuckload of money, like an unbelievable amount of money. Now with all of that revenue generated, keep in mind they had a budget for this game that went into the production of this game. They made all of that money back. On top of that, don't forget, they made over $1 billion in the first week of this game. We are now in month number 7 of this game existing. There's never reports about their player base. There's only reports about the microtransactions and the revenue that they're earning from those. With all that money combined, you are telling me the best they could do for 6v6 fans that even put them in this position to begin with are 2 maps, and both of those maps have existed in their assets for months upon months upon months. Showdown is in the original Warzone 2 map, if I'm not mistaken. How long has that Warzone 2 map existed, guys? And for how long have they been holding on to it and or working on it? I would give it over a year and a half maybe, possibly even more than that. That Showdown as an asset has existed for the developers. And you're telling me we are just now getting it in season number 4, 7 months after the launch of the game, where we were begging and pleading for more maps in season 1 and in season 2. And you're telling me, with the amount of money that these motherfuckers have generated, this is the best you got? Really? Set your standards higher. Understand this, these battle maps are never being touched on this channel and by a lot of your favorite content creators and by a lot of casuals. Let's not beat around the bush. You're not gonna tell me there's more people playing the battle maps than the core 6v6 maps. Same with the gunfight maps. And these same gooch lickers that always say, oh, you know what, Infinity Ward and Activision shouldn't listen to you because you're the vocal minority. The battle maps players and the gunfight map players are a minority compared to the rest of the casual player base that are playing 6v6 core maps. So get that argument the flying fuck out of here. It makes no sense, I'm sorry. Not to mention, guys, Showdown is from what game? It's from COD 4. Yes, it's never been remastered. Yes, I'm kind of happy to see it in the game. I am curious to see how it plays in the modern Call of Duty setting. But what is this game called? Modern Warfare 2. It should be called Modern Warfare 2019 Part 2 because it's as dog shit as the first one. But guess what? It's called Modern Warfare 2, and there's not a single Modern Warfare 2 map in the game aside from Afghan, which is in a fucking battle map, which again, only a minority of players are playing. I'm sorry that it's extremely difficult to sway the SCAD master, but that's just the way it is. I'm sorry. But going back to the topic of how much money Activision and Infinity Ward have generated, you might be happy about the amount of content you're getting in terms of maps and or weapons in this next season. I can guarantee you these developers and Activision did not give a flying fuck about that. That was not their priority going into this season. What their priority was, how the fuck can we get more people to spend money in our game that sucks camel balls? And I'll tell you how they did it in the 3rd season, the last season. They did it with the BLACKCELL Battle Pass. And a lot of your favorite content creators, stupidly enough, would tell you guys there is not an issue with the BLACKCELL Battle Pass. I'm buying it and there's no issue with it. Bullshit! Because now you're starting to see a pattern, now you're starting to see a meta with these seasons. Pay to win bundles, bundles that cost more crossover bundles. And as if it wasn't bad enough, we're getting BLACKCELL yet again for season 4, guys. This comes out from Charlie Intel. He says BLACKCELL returns in season 4. Also a look at the season 4 bundles. The fact that this is even being promoted on a roadmap should tell you everything you need to know. Also, on a side note, the fact that Charlie Intel is even bothering tweeting this out, despite him knowing the issue with BLACKCELL existing in the game for $30, and then being surprised that people are buying it when he has every single opportunity to say, hey, yeah, BLACKCELL is coming out, but maybe you shouldn't buy it. Nope, he doesn't do that. In fact, he doubles down on advertising this, and I don't care if he's a news channel and just informing the people. Bro, you told us what BLACKCELL was. We all expect an operator. You don't need to tweet out, this is the new BLACKCELL operator for season 4 with a picture of him. We don't need to see that. We don't want to see that. Only the casuals want to see that, and those are the people that are purchasing this are the same people that are ruining the fucking game post-launch. To those of you that are impressed by this, please genuinely let me know why you are impressed by this down in the comments below. And notice how I didn't talk about Warzone at all. I'm not gonna talk about Warzone. I don't need to talk about Warzone. I don't care about the new VONDEL map that's coming out or whatever the fuck it's called, Fondue. I don't care what it's called. I'm not touching it. I'm not playing it. As a matter of fact, the closest I'll come to playing it is maybe by accident playing one of the maps that's broken off from it in 6v6 multiplayer. And another thing, if you don't think that's laziness out of the developers, once again, you need to set your standards higher, much higher. I've seen some people, I think the Ghost of Hope was tweeting about this yesterday, about how some some people need to stop complaining about how there's reused assets from Warzone, from battle maps, and from the campaign being used as 6v6 maps in the game. That shit is lazy. I don't give a fuck if it's a good map, which by the way, majority of the DLC maps we have gotten in this game are all dog shit, but oh well, I guess I have too much common sense and logic for these developers, and yet again, a lot of these people are defending the developers saying, oh, you know what, they're giving us what we want, they're giving us 6 maps. First of all, no the fuck they're not, and second of all, these are all reused for the most part. And if you want to make the whole argument about, oh, we're getting 6 maps, that's 6 total maps regardless of what you're playing, it's 6 maps total, tell me why it took us 7 months to get to this point where we're finally receiving this. Why couldn't we receive this in season 1 or 2? We've talked about how many people have stopped playing Call of Duty. Even if you think this is good, it is too late for majority of people. Based off of one roadmap, you want to tell me, oh my god, this is impressive. If you're still hating on it, you're just hating for views. Eat a fat ass orangutan, chode, bro. What are you talking about? These are the same people that were just criticizing Activision and Infinity Ward for lying to literally everybody back in season 3. And now off of one roadmap, everything's all sweet again. Trippin'. But that's gonna do it for me today, guys. I'm curious to know what you guys think about this. Are you hyped at all for season 4, and are you impressed by it? Let me know down in the comments below, and if you enjoyed today's video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new, hit the bell notifications to stay up to date with my newest videos. And yeah, guys, it's been the boy Fooly. Have yourselves a good one. I'm out of here. Toodles.
It's been a very long time since the weekend. It's been a very long time and I'm weak.